After I refused to pay for my brother's lavish wedding, he organized my birthday dinner as a reconciliation. When I arrived, 4 lawyers were waiting with a power of attorney. He said, "If you don't sign this, I'll sue you." I smiled and said, "Of course. But first, let me introduce him." And when I heard the amount from my brother's mouth, I couldn't help but laugh. "What was that? Again? How much is the wedding going to cost?" $55,000, no more, no less. Lily calculated everything for us, that includes the flowers, catering, and the venue deposit. Sitting in front of me with his arms arrogantly crossed was my younger brother, Brandon, 10 years younger than me. A lost soul at just 22. Next to him sat his fiancée, Lily, with a composed expression. She looked to be about my age, maybe a bit older. Lily tilted her wine glass slightly and said, "Well, we're family, right? Of course, we're supposed to support each other." "I see, so you want me to pay $55,000, yeah, Erica, you already inherited Mom's house, didn't you? So we figured it's only fair we get a share too. I mean, the wedding costs could easily come out of that, right? Or wait, are you seriously thinking that house is all yours, even though nobody's living there right now?" Brandon said this with a smug grin, and I stared straight at him. True, the house I inherited from Mom was unoccupied. I was planning to move into it when my apartment lease was up. "In that case, I'll pay up to $10,000, the rest is on you too." "What, that's it? That's nothing." "Maybe you'll understand the weight of nothing once you start actually working for it." I didn't say it out loud, but my heart had already gone cold. Brandon is the baby of the family, especially adored by our mother. He was raised like a little prince, but the truth is, I was the one who took care of him the most: how to mix his formula, how to change his diapers, how to read him picture books. Maybe I wasn't just a big sister. I was more like a little mom to him, and that's exactly why, when Brandon, still not fully grown up, reached for Mom's inheritance, saying we're family. So of course, some part of me wanted to cry. The Brandon I once knew was gone. My name is Erica Bloom. I'm 32 years old. I live with my lawyer husband and our young daughter in a suburban town on the west coast of the U.S. I didn't go to law school myself, but I work in my husband's law office as a secretary. My mother passed away 6 months ago. When it comes to inheritance, everything depends on wills and trusts. After I became the trustee, Brandon and Lily, in a way, started showing their true colors. That day, I was at home with my husband and daughter. My daughter was struggling with some homework from her tutoring class, and I was sitting beside her, looking over her notebook, offering suggestions like, "Why don't you try it this way?" My husband was in the kitchen preparing dinner. He's in charge of cooking on weekends, and our daughter always looks forward to it. It was just an ordinary, peaceful weekend, until it happened. Brandon contacted me out of the blue for the first time in a while. "So why exactly do I have to pay $55,000 for your wedding?" Brandon called me out of nowhere and demanded that kind of money. "Come on, it's the most important event of my life. If you could help us out, it'd make our new beginning perfect. Still, that amount is just ridiculous. Wedding expenses are something a couple should handle together. It's not that I don't want to help, but the most I can offer is $10,000. Brandon exploded at my answer. "What, just 10 grand, and you still call this family? You're managing Mom's inheritance, but that's basically the same as holding on to my share without asking. The estate was divided fairly. You agreed and signed the documents yourself. How do we even know that's what Mom really wanted? She was sick, right?" Maybe her judgment wasn't totally clear. At that moment, I was starting to realize it. This wasn't just Brandon's idea. Someone next to him was fueling the fire, and it had probably started quietly, even before our mother passed away. As I was thinking that, Brandon suddenly changed the subject. "Well, whatever. Oh, by the way, your birthday is next week, right? Lily and I talked and made a reservation at a nice restaurant. How about we go out for dinner together for the first time in a while?" "I'm surprised you even remembered my birthday." "Of course, I did. We're family, aren't we?" His tone was light and cheerful, but I could sense the intention behind it. "Can my husband come to what?" "Oh, yeah, sure." Of course, on the day of the dinner, my husband and I headed to the designated restaurant. We were led to a semi-private space divided by a partition inside. Brandon and his fiancée Lily were already seated. "Hey! Happy birthday!" Brandon raised his glass for a toast. "Thanks. But this place is kind of oddly designed. I thought it was supposed to be a private room, but someone's sitting over there, aren't they?" I glanced beyond the divider. At the table were 3 unfamiliar people in suits. Even though it was a restaurant, they weren't eating. Instead, documents and files were spread out on the table. "Don't worry about it. It's quiet here, so I guess some people use it for business meetings." Brandon smiled and held out his wine glass. Lily added with a bright smile, "Today is a celebration. Let's try to enjoy ourselves, shall we?" Although we sat down for now, the atmosphere felt awkward. Despite the small talk, Brandon and Lily were clearly restless. They kept exchanging glances, looking like they were anxiously waiting for something. At that moment, Brandon brought it up. "So, Erica, I think we really should talk about the inheritance again. So that was the real reason behind all of this. I get that you inherited the house, Erica, but honestly, I can't accept that. Brandon's voice was sharp. His eyes were filled with frustration and resentment. You got the house and I was supposed to get a lump sum of cash, right? Yes, that's true, but Mom clearly stated in her will that everything, including Dad's life insurance and their savings, should be split as equally as possible. I explained calmly, then Lily, grinning beside him, opened her mouth, but I understand Brandon's point too. That house is really nice. It should be worth a fortune. Shouldn't you reconsider how it's divided? No one's even living there now, right? That just makes it more of a waste. Brandon's face brightened for a moment at Lily's words, but it was the kind of confidence that felt like they were trying to manipulate us. Exactly, Lily gets it. That's what I've been saying, let's just sell the house and split the money, $5,050, that way I'll actually have some freedom. I mean, that little bit of cash is completely unfair. I was stunned. The inheritance Mom had carefully planned out while thinking about our futures, they were trying to tear it all apart so casually. It's not that simple. It's our duty to respect Mom's wishes.